Drawing human anatomy is a serious pain in the ass, let's be honest. Right, so if you're struggling with drawing a human torso, I'm here to help. Now, we've all been there, we've all struggled, and sometimes we still do struggle, especially with human anatomy. Okay, so in this video, I want to teach you how to draw the human torso like a badass. Plus, at the end of this, I have a challenge for you. And I'm also going to compare male and female structures, okay? How the different torso structures make it feminine or masculine. Let's jump into it. So we're going to go ahead and start off here with this guy. We're going to simplify over the top. Now I'm doing it over reference for you guys, right? So you can see where these things are placed, see the proportions. But using an egg shape for the rib cage, a cylinder for the abdomen, and then like a box shape for the chest. Okay, and throwing in some shoulder marks there just because my brain, it helps my brain. But we're using an underwear shape, okay, very simple underwear shape for the actual pelvis. And now with this guy, I'm going to show you how for men, it's much more angular, much more boxy, all right? And we're going to use that to our advantage to make it masculine. Again, drawing over this reference here before getting into the live demos. And as you can see here, you can see how the abdomen is straight down, okay, into the pelvis area. Then of course laying in that simplification there as well. And I'm going to show here that compared to the female, just how different it is. Again, using that kind of draped over kind of paper box for the chest. And again, drawing a box next to this to show you that to show something is masculine, or to show that anatomy is masculine, we're going to use boxy angular shapes. Now for the female, you can already see it, right? But here I'm going to show that with women, we have that longer kind of skinnier neck that shows femininity. Okay. The traps don't come out and then like straight down. You can even see on me, it comes down more here, and I don't really have big traps. But for a woman, it curves very low, very down into, again, curvatures into the shoulders. Instead of using angular shapes to show that it's masculine, we're going to just do a nice curve, smooth curve to show that it's feminine. And of course, you can see here that the rib cage comes straight down, but then it goes out at the hips, right? The hips just shoot out, and that's how you get that hourglass shape with female figures, right? Again, this can depend a little bit, but if you really want a figure to look either masculine or feminine and not kind of like a female bodybuilder who maybe, you know, looks a little bit more masculine in the shapes, here we're just doing straight masculine, straight feminine. You can see how it just boom, boom, that hourglass shape as I'm showing here, very common. The shoulders are also not as wide as, you'll see that a woman's hips are as wide as, just almost as wide as her shoulders. Again, we're using just simple shapes. We're using a simple underwear shape to show the pelvis. But this here was more to compare masculine and feminine than to show actual simplification. Again, drawing some simple shapes next to her to show you that, okay, we're going to be using these very curvy and organic shapes for women. All right, now we're going to jump into some dynamic poses now. I'm going to start off, as you can see, very rough. Don't worry about fidelity. You can see the curvature in the abdomen. I put that line there, that gestural line in the abdomen, to show that the torso is twisting, okay? So the spine will also be twisting. Now I'm going to lay in the female simple shapes using a quick line, gestural line, just to get the proportions of the shoulders. And then I'm going to lay in that boxy shape again for the chest. Even for a female, I'm not going to worry about the breasts yet. We're going to do that a little bit after. And laying in, now she's at kind of a curvature, so she's going like this, as you can see. I wanted these more dynamic curved figures or torsos. Right, so now that I'm just finishing off, I'm going to quickly lay in the circular shapes to represent where the breasts are, but I put that in last. Now remember that anatomy comes last, okay? If you're new to art and you're learning art, really, you don't need to focus on all the names of the bones and the muscles and exactly where they go right now. First, focus on forms, on simplification, and you will win. You will learn so much faster if you do it this way, okay? Once you understand like the structure of the body, you're gonna just absolutely kill it, all right? You're gonna kill it. if you just understand how to simplify the human form. And this, what I'm doing with the human form, can be used for absolutely anything that you want to draw. That's why learning contour manipulation and forms is so important. And now that I have this laid in, it's much easier and a lot less of a cognitive load on my brain. Okay, now that I have this under drawing, this very simple structure underneath. Now that I have this, drawing is just more relaxing. Honestly, I just feel more relaxed when I'm drawing in this way. Now I am simplifying this even more for you guys. Okay, if this was a concept art piece that I was doing, or if this was just a sketch that I'm doing, I don't really need to simplify it as much as this anymore. But it's still nice to do it. It's still, if I'm tired, I will definitely simplify. You know, if I'm tired, but I still want to draw. But you can see that twist in the abdomen there. And that's obviously the spine. You can use the spine as a line of action, actually. And if you would like to see me do a video on gesture and figure drawing, like a full tutorial, comment that down below, because that would be fun to do. And I think it could really help you guys. So as you can see here, I'm laying in now over to the female, and I'm laying in those breasts, right? And kind of was like messing around here because I couldn't quite get it how I wanted. I decided that to go against the reference, actually, and I wanted to show a bit more depth, so I had the nipple pointing over the line. Okay, it shows a bit more depth. And now as we come in here with this, we're going to finish this off here. Okay, so just finishing off this breast, and then the rest of it's really simple. For anyone who's tried to draw a breast before, it is very difficult. They're deceivingly difficult to draw. And here we go, finished off these final ones, and we're going to get into now demos. We're going to get into multiple demos. As you can see here, jumping straight into this one, we're going to, again, laying it in. Very simple. I know that I'm getting a little bit repeating myself, but this is so important. I fought against this for so long. When I first started out, I was like, no, I'm wasting time by simplifying, and I just want to draw. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. But here we are, finally laying in these final ones, and we're going into the anatomy now here, and we're going to finish off quickly. We're going to do the men first, and then we're going to jump into the final ones here. So as I'm going in here with this male one, again, I'm putting in the arms. You might be thinking, why am I putting in like the shoulder and a part of the arm? It just helps me a lot more to it just looks a bit weird without it, right? And for me, the shoulder, it kind of is a part of the torso, right? It's a big part of it joins to the torso, right? You have the clavicle here that joins to the shoulders. And here we are doing this female one. I played around here. The curvature was quite difficult here with that female. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. Check out my other videos. I have character design videos and some more fundamental videos, and a lot more on the way. So if you would like to support me and to learn and grow together, please do subscribe, and I would love to see you in the next videos. Now for the challenge, some of you may have stayed until the very end here for the challenge, and I am very grateful for that. Now the challenge is this. We're going to go ahead and do some torso challenges. Okay, so I want you to draw 3 torsos, right? 1 male, 1 female, and then 1 in a dynamic pose, using the methods that you've learned in this video. And drop a comment, tell me which one was the hardest, okay? And if this method of simplification really helped you to draw much better torsos, okay? Now, what I want you to do as well is go ahead, and once you understand this method of simplification, go ahead and then do anatomy studies, okay? Do studies of where the bones are, where the muscles go, and you will learn anatomy faster knowing how to simplify, right? So again, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.